What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Officer Show. I'm back with more Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures, and today we have the awesome 2-pack of the In-Space Blue Ranger as well as the In-Space Psycho Silver Ranger. So we get this awesome 2-pack where we get the blue In-Space Ranger, of course a character we needed, and then we get the Silver Psycho Ranger, which is pretty cool. You know, not a real Psycho Ranger, but we did have the Silver Ranger dress up as him for that signature episode where all the Rangers dressed as the Blue Ranger, so the Psychos couldn't match up with their colored counterpart, and the Rangers were able to defeat them along with the help of Zane in the Silver Psycho outfit. So very awesome that we got this 2-pack together to help kind of recreate that whole scene there. So that's pretty awesome that we got this 2-pack. So there's the two figures fighting there on the back. And then we're also going to throw in here, since we have it, this In-Space Silver Ranger. So we have Zane himself just as the normal Silver Ranger. So we just got this recently as well and thought it'd fit in here perfectly along with the 2-pack. So I'm excited to check these Rangers out. Let me go and get them open. We'll check them out together. So let's start off with the Blue Ranger, which was TJ Johnson. So this is a pretty cool figure. So we have the Blue Ranger in his standard In-Space outfit. So again, matches all the others, just in the blue color. So we have the helmet on again with that space design, again just in blue. So we have the black circle there on the top with the blue all the way around except for the white lines. We have the visor piece and the mouse piece there. We have the white color going down to the yellow there around the neck, going into the blue where we have white stripes on the shoulders, and then the white straight across the chest with each of the colors of the different Rangers there. White gloves, white boots, white belt around the waist with the Mega Ranger logo, and then the holster there on the side as well. So overall looks pretty cool, but just your standard in space. So once you've seen one, you've pretty much seen them all. Just pick a different color. So for movements, the head can twist all the way around. It can look down that far and up that far. So not too bad overall, not the best either. Shoulders can come up 90 degrees and it has a butterfly joint there. I'll rotate all the way around. We get a bicep twist, a double elbow joint that bends up that far, and the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. We have the upper ab crunch and twist, so crunch back and forth and twist side to side. And then we have the lower crunch at the waist, so crunch even further forward and even further back. So really good movements all together. Hips up 90, out to the side of the far, thigh twist all the way around. A double knee joint bends up that far to the back, close to kicking his own butt. Shin twist at the top of the boot, and the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. Now for mine here, the shoulders or something seem a little bit weird, especially like on this side. It almost seems just by looking at the two, so let's say one's right and one's wrong. It's almost like they have two right shoulders, but then the arms are off because like the arm doesn't like seem to fit as much on one of these. Like it seems a little bit off. I'm not 100% sure, just something seems off. Like if you see the gap around in there, but if you twist the arm completely all the way around, it seems to fit a little bit better. So I don't know if there's just some part wrong joint in there and stuff. And then of course the paint job just all together on this arm doesn't look the best, so I don't know what's going on. Just it looks a little bit off, but overall it's just a little arm piece there, so it's not too much of an issue. For accessories, we get the unmasked head there. So we have the unmasked head of Sulin Ward that played TJ, so it looks pretty decent. Again, it doesn't look exact, but I don't think it's horribly out there. I could probably identify who that was, so not bad. We get some additional hands. So we have fist hand and an open flat hand. And then for weapons, first off we get the Astro Blaster in the gun form, so it looks pretty awesome there. So it just looks like their normal Astro Blaster that we can put into the holster. So it's in the holster there, but of course we could put it into the hands as well. And then we also get the Astro Axe, so his specialized weapon of the axe from there, which actually looks pretty cool. So let's put this into his hand. So there he's got the axe ready for a fight. And then he also comes with the Hasbro Blast effect there, just this yellow effect that has the slot in it there that you can stick on the end of the weapons. But I hate these because I think they're so dumb, but you do get that included. And just for some comparison, here is the Red Ranger Andros as well, so you can see their outfits are exactly the same, just switched out the colors. And along in this 2-pack, we also got the Psycho Silver Ranger, which we learned is actually just Zane in disguise. And this is from episode 34, 5 of a Kind, as I kind of mentioned earlier, where the Rangers were trying to defeat the Psychos, but each of the Psychos was programmed as a counterpart to the Rangers, so they were able to know all the moves and powers and everything. So the Rangers end up dressing up in all Blue Ranger outfits to confuse the Psychos, and eventually Zane comes in the Silver Psycho outfit and tells all the other Psychos to go back or whatever, and he'll take over the fight. But the other Psychos catch on that he's not real and join back in with the fight, so Zane reveals himself to join along with the Rangers. So the Silver Psycho looks just like all the other Psychos we've had, so pretty much all the exact same, just has the silver details, so the silver there on the helmet and then on the chest plate as well. But everything else looks pretty standard for all the other Psychos, you know, has some silver on the legs and forearms there as well, but everything else looks just like your standard Psycho. And to show that, we have the Red Psycho as well, so you can see there's not a whole lot of differences between the two, just very minor changes with the colors, you know, to signify the different color of Psycho. But pretty cool overall that we do get the Psycho. Although he didn't play a big part in the show or anything, you know, just a minor thing in that one episode. It's pretty cool that they did make it though. So for movements, head can twist all the way around. It can look down a little bit and up a little bit, so not a whole lot of range there. Shoulders can come up about 90 degrees. Of course, it's a little hard with the spikes on the shoulders, but about 90 degrees there. Has the butterfly joint and can rotate all the way around. We get a bicep twist, the double double elbow joint that bends all the way up on itself, and wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. We have the upper ab crunch and twist, so crunch back and forth, so crunch forward, crunch back, and twist side to side, and then the lower crunch at the waist, so crunching further forward and even further back. Hips come up 90 degrees out to the side of the far thigh, twist all the way around. A double knee joint that bends up that far in the back. Shin twist down inside the boot, and the foot can rock back and forth and twist side to side. So again, designed exactly like all the other Psychos. For additional accessories, we get the unmasked head of Zane. So this is a pretty interesting looking Zane head, which we will look at the Silver Ranger. It has a different head design, so it's pretty weird that they didn't just glue the exact same head or anything. So there's just a little bit different face design. Doesn't really look much like the actor, which we'll see much better with the other one, but it looks almost like he's got a shorter style haircut, and then the hair has more like volume and stuff to it instead of being all flat, but not a bad head. He comes with the additional Psycho Ranger heads that we always get, so a fist and then one of the hands with the lightning, and then he gets the signature weapon of the Psycho Silverizer, as it's called. Pretty interesting name, but overall pretty similar to the actual Silver Ranger's weapon, as we'll see, just in a Psycho version. So it's got a nice little blade design, gun design overall mixed in, but let's put this into his hand. So there's the Silverizer, and of course we can then bring our other character in from the 2-pack. They have them facing off, but as I mentioned, the Silver Psycho is actually a good person, so doesn't really have to battle here with the two, but it is awesome that we got these included in a pack together. And then we have the In-Space Silver Ranger, so the actual Silver Ranger, this time again Zane, and Zane is the best friend of Andros, and he gets awakened from a cryogenic sleep that Andros put him under after a fatal attack back on their planet. So once he gets woken up, he joins in with the Rangers and is so strong that he's able to single-handedly defeat Ecliptor, and we see him eventually fall in love with Astronema. So the Silver Ranger looks almost just like all the other Rangers. It's obviously in an all nice metallic silver outfit with gold as well, so he's got some gold trim on his helmet there around his neck, up on his shoulders and chest, top of the gloves and top of the boots as well. So I like the whole gold and silver combination together. I think that is pretty awesome. And then instead of all the different colors on his chest, he just has like this dark green color, but everything else is going to be exactly the same as all the other In-Space Rangers, so not a whole lot of difference there. But just quickly for the moves, head can twist all the way around, look down that far, up that far, shoulders up 90 with the butterfly joint and twist all the way around. We have the bicep twist, the double elbow joint that bends up that far, wrist twist around and flex back and forth, upper ab crunch and twist, so crunch forward, crunch back, twist side to side, lower crunch at the waist, crunch forward and crunch back, hips up 90 out to the side of the far thigh, twist all the way around. A double knee joint bends up that far in the back, can kick its own butt, shin twist at the top of the boot, and the foot flexes back and forth and twist side to side. So matches all the others exactly. Now for accessories is where we get some difference. So we get the unmasked head there of Justin Nemo, which again is the actor playing Zane, and I think, like I said, this one looks a little bit more like the actual actor, how he had his hair and stuff, where it was more like straight style hair compared to that other head that we got there. So again, I don't see similarities. It looks like they used two different faces and stuff, which is kind of weird, and then different hair designs and everything. So a little bit weird about that, but I definitely think this one looks much more like Zane. We get the same additional hands of the fist hand and the open flat hand, and then we get his signature weapon of the Super Silverizer, which is a blade and blaster combination. So here it is in the blaster form, so it's awesome. You can slide his arm through there onto the grip and then have the gun, so let's try that. So there is the blaster version in his hand, which it is kind of hard to get on, especially with the ring around the arm there, but I just popped the hand out, got the hand onto the grip, and then popped it right back on, so that looks cool. But we also have the bladed version as well, so where it has the blade folded out. It almost looks like a lightsaber, but it looks awesome, so let's try this out. And there it is with the bladed version, and that looks pretty awesome there. So that's such an awesome looking weapon. And then we also have this Hasbro effect of the yellow swirl that just wraps around it, and I like this kind of Hasbro effect. I think these look good, but let me just wrap this around here. So there's the yellow effect around it. I actually think that looks pretty cool there. So that is awesome overall for the Silver Ranger. And there are 3 Rangers here all facing off together, like I said, even though the Silver Psycho is technically not bad, but we can have them all facing off anyways. But that's pretty awesome for our 2-pack of the In-Space Blue Ranger and In-Space Silver Psycho. And then since we had it, also throwing in that In-Space Silver Ranger there along with it. So I think all 3 are pretty cool, all fit together here with In-Space. Pretty awesome there all together. But let me know what you thought of these figures down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with a thumbs up. But I want to thank y'all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.